This right here is the PetSafe Never Rest dog and cat door. Personally, I did get a large just because I do have a pit bull and she is a good sized pitty. She is the most cuddle bug ever. But, anyways, with this door, it was super easy to install. Personally, I do have a wood door for my exterior door here. And then, in order to open it or cut it open, it was a fairly simple process. They actually sent you a template to actually cut out so you know exactly the size to do it. So I went ahead and just cut the paper to make it a large door because it comes in extra large, large, medium, and small. So I cut it to my actual size of the door I got. Really easy to do, and I just took a pen and just kind of traced the actual template. Very simple, easy process to do. Put this about 4.5 inches up from the bottom of the door. They recommend a minimum of 3. I just want to be on the safe side. My dog's a little bit taller anyways because she is a pitty, so put it up a little bit higher than the actual recommendation. A cool thing about this door is that it is a never rust, so it is made with extremely durable plastic. So it has a little plastic white frame all the way around, and it's just very sturdy, very durable, and you can actually paint the actual dog frame a different color. So my door is white, I just got a white dog door, makes it simple, but if you have, a different color like a blue or a red or an orange or green or something like that, you can actually paint the dog door. So that is making it a cool little feature to have that you can have it paintable. Now, in order to put this into a actual door, this was my first time ever doing it, so you guys are experiencing it with me firsthand. I thought it was very simple to do. I do have a panel door, so it makes it a little bit uneven when doing it, but I just went ahead and followed the trace that I made. You basically put in 2 large drill holes into each of the corners, and then you're supposed to use a different saw to actually cut it out. Personally, I didn't have that saw and I already drilled the holes, so I kind of improvised using a sawzall. I switched out the blade and it actually worked out pretty well. So with this, you actually have the door and then you have a black plastic piece that goes in between the door frame or inside the door just to help protect the wood or the metal that's actually inside your door. So you can cut that at different lengths, different sizes. So depending on the thickness of your door, you can actually have this dog door go in there perfectly fine. So with mine, I did have to trim that little plastic protection on the inside. So just to make it fit nice and snug. So you'll typically have this about 1/2 inch longer than your actual door, just so it can clip into each side of this actual dog door. And with mine, with a panel door, I ended up having to caulk all the outside just because I had those spaces and gaps just because of the unevenness of it. So if you do have a panel door, definitely recommend going out and getting some white caulking or whatever caulking you want. Just make sure that you can cover up all that space just to ensure, one, that it is sealed. So if you do live in a hotter climate or a colder climate, it just helps protect it a lot more when you do have that caulking around it just as like a sealant. Another good thing is that these bolts on here are actually super long, so if you do have a thicker door, it just makes it really easy to do. Personally, I don't have that thick of a door on mine. It's not crazy. It's probably just a couple inches, as you can see here, but I did have to cut off the actual bolts. You can do it with scissors or anything like that, but it just makes it a really easy install to do. This also comes with a plastic cover for the door, so say if you do go out of town or something like that, you just kind of have that extra security precaution. Or if you want your dog to remain outside or remain inside, you can just slap that plastic cover on and just have your dog be inside or outside. Personally, I got a doggy door just because although she is house trained, you never know what happens if you are gone for a long period of time, just so she has that accessibility to come in and out whenever she needs to or whenever she wants to use the bathroom or play with her toys or whatever the case may be. So like I said, I've never installed a dog or cat door in my life, but actually installing this made it super easy to do. If I had the right tools, it would have been a little bit less time. The overall install took me about 2 hours to do without the right tools and doing a little bit of improvising. It was just really easy to do. Personally, I spent more time just waiting for the caulking to dry than anything else, but it also tells you how to do that as well. The instructions were super easy, but I definitely cannot recommend this PetSafe Never Rust dog and cat door to anyone else. It is the greatest thing that I have gotten. She is currently working on her training, and actually get in the hang of using the door. So definitely cannot recommend getting this dog door or cat door enough.